What's up, guys? This is Chris LaBash. I'm recording a upgrade in the radiator department. As I showed you, we have our old one, we have our new one. I'm going to take some alcohol wipes and put on the weather stripping. I believe the weather stripping is for the radiator not to be able to rub against the condenser on top. On the bottom, I really don't see a use for it, but right now I'm gonna clean it up with alcohol and put the weather stripping on, and then I'll get back to you. Coming back now in live.
What?
So we have our weather stripping.
You're gonna put that in right now?
On our what's up, guys? Chris LaBash. Sorry about the gap in video. My son was out here and wanted to help, but I got nothing but good things to say about this. It's a Whirly product. It's FPI Racing. There's a couple guys on there that said it didn't fit, or it was, the holes were off. This thing dropped in like a OEM radiator. So I don't know what the hell that guy was talking about. Everything lines up. The radiator is in. The fans are in. Everything's in their proper hole. The only thing I recommend that didn't come with it is this weather stripping. Pick up weather stripping at Home Depot. It does help do the same as your old radiator comes like this with the weather stripping on the top and bottom. So I was curious on what that did. It kind of also sucks up a space where now the radiator is almost suction type. On top, it's right here. On the bottom, I put 2 strips, so it's thicker, and those strips are right under the AC condenser. So nothing but good things about this radiator so far. It goes together in 20 minutes, but we did not add fluid yet, burp it, run it, and all that. So once we get through that and the radiator holds everything, no leaks, no, you're gonna be looking for leaks, you're gonna be looking for also steam. If you see steam come out on a radiator, it means that there's a slight hole there. So you're looking for steam and you're looking for leakage. One more thing, guys, is I keep putting this in. Wanted to give you the gist of this company. They are called Worley Automotive Parts. I also saw FPI, but this is actually the second radiator I got, I'm not gonna lie. The first one came in and it had a dent in it. I talked to the seller, I contacted him. He had one here the next day. That's the best eBay guy I ever dealt with. The next day, he had another radiator here. And then he also said, since that was damaged, don't even send it back. So I paid nothing extra, no extra shipping, no overnight fee. He had to send it overnight because it got here the next afternoon. And he's just the best at what he does. He must do this all day. He even asked me to make a fitment video for him, and I have no problem doing that now that he sent the radiator the next day. As soon as he heard that it was a small dent too, it wasn't huge, but it did affect the row of one set of veins. So that's just another plus on him and his products. And if he has anything else that he would like me to put together, demo, show it off, I would do that for him in a heartbeat. I wasn't going to do it until I saw it on the back of my old radiator. They must do it for some reason. Honestly, I think it's to fill gaps in between the radiator and the condenser. Come on, baby. Can't get any more perfect than that right there. This is an all aluminum tank. No plastic, as you saw where my other one blew. It's a very common spot where they put that stamp of numbers. I don't know why they do that. Alright, I'm going to go under and finish that underneath. Hey guys, what's up? Chris Labash. I'm back. I did figure out why some messages were that the holes didn't line up. you could push down. Let me explain why. It's the fan holes, alright? Um, you want a tight seal up against the radiator, but the old radiator has direct seams for that. It's a square seam, so that's why you're not going to get that set fit. But you know, a stock fan has holes in it to let it breathe. So if you push down on this, you can get under the weld. But I don't see the point in doing that or making a modification for that. I think the fans will work just fine the way they are. This one here sets a little bit on the bottom, and in the top here. This side sets a little bit better, okay? Set in. This side doesn't really do that, where you get that set feeling from that top lip. But it's because it's a welded seam, because the fans are at the right height. So you are getting the suction that you need from the fans. So I could see where someone would complain about that. Me, I'm not gonna be upset with that. That still looks like it's gonna work fine, and we will find out that it works fine. I'm pretty much all set. Had the fans in, and then I said, oh well, it's not completely stuck to the radiator. So I looked at this side, and this side was a little bit different. It does go down and set. It's almost like if these bolt holes here were a little bit shorter, quarter of an inch shorter, I think everything on it would be perfect. But it's a quarter of an inch. What's the worst that could happen with that? It overheats. But being that it's a 3-row radiator and the fans are still going to be running, I don't see how it could overheat. The car has never overheated. All I had was that cracked radiator across the numbers. Slight crack right here. But the car itself never overheated, and that radiator was probably a stock one, and we're going to an upgraded version. So I would say the car runs a lot cooler. I will say when it's running and when I'm out driving it, if I come home and pop this hood, this thing is hot. Hot. It runs really hot, but the temperature gauge is totally fine. So, and that's out driving it and kind of abusing it. So, of course, it's going to be running really hot, but Yeah, I'm looking for something that I just don't want to repeat the crack from the plastic radiator, so I've upgraded to aluminum. Um, I'll be back and we will fill it up. I'm using I'm using Prestone, and I'm using distilled water 50/50. So I have another one where I can fill it up top and shake it. So that's what I'm going to be running in here. And I'm not even looking for the temperature to go down in the car. I'm looking for the temperature in the motor to be less abusive. Just by opening the hood, and on a hot day, you're driving this and you open the hood, it's hot where anything you want to touch is kind of hot. So we'll see. Have it back. We'll fill it up, burp it, and take it for a ride. All right, this is Crystal Bash.